I'm a Joe DiAugustino. I'll never remember that name at the end of this interview, so you're going to have to whisper that in my ear or something.
It's okay.
The company is Nue Tile. We're at the Arley Wholesale event, annual event in Scranton, Pennsylvania. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Are you new to this event, or you come every year?
Well, we've been a retailer that we've been coming every year for several years, yes.
This is quite an event. I mean, these people love this place.
Yes, and we love them. They do a great job, absolutely. So they're a good distributor, import house, yes.
You know, part of the reason I come to these events is to find something new and different. And it seems like I've come across something new and different with Nue Tile.
Yes.
Tell us about the product and what it does.
Well, it is very new, and we're excited as could be. And the name it's a little different. It's spelled Nuetile, and it's a special tile release membrane that is put down on a ceramic tile backer board or concrete floor or a plywood floor. Several substrates it can go over that are appropriate for ceramic tile. It does not add more strength, but it is a high-performance crack isolation membrane. So if the floor shifts, there could be protection against cracking. And you set there's a special adhesive, a membrane that goes into the adhesive, and then you set your thin set on top of that. It's extremely thin, and it's extremely inexpensive. It's not costly at all. You set your tile onto the thin set. If you want the tile to last 30 years, you let it last 30 years. However, if you feel you need to update and change your home and keep it up to date in 10, 12 years, it allows you to easily remove the tile in less than 10 seconds in full pieces with no damage to the backer board and very little expense and work by the installer or mess. It is extremely unique and different.
Now, I suspect if you have these heat elements under the tile, that can be a major problem if you want to take the tile up.
The electric heated floors with ceramic tile are selling like crazy. However, everybody is always paranoid if they chip a tile that how do you replace a tile? You will absolutely damage the electric heat. And not to mention, replacing one piece is one thing, but ripping out the entire floor, you are absolutely destined. That floor is destined for obsolescence. If you put electric heat on the floor and put our membrane on the electric heat before you do the tile, and then you do your ceramic, you could easily change that floor without any damage to the electric heat whenever you want, without the work and damage and the expense that you would normally experience.
Now, I know we all think about ceramic lasting decades and decades.
Yes.
That's not always the case, is it? I mean, it is a product that changes with style and color and so on, especially now with digital printing and so on. I guess a lot of people may be unhappy with the product that they put in 5-10 years ago.
Absolutely, you're 100% right. With all the digital technology and the styles that are changing, a home that is out of date, when someone goes to sell that home with a tile that's out of date, is that of adding value to the home? We feel the Nue Tile will add the value because you're able to change that floor and update that home with very little expense.
What about selling this at the retail store? Is there some apprehension you suspect on the part of the consumer? No, I like this. This is forever. I mean,
that's fine.
Talk about that.
Well, that's fine. There's going to be all those. There's going to definitely be the customers that they feel that they're never going to change it. However, there's several people that understand that the difficulty of ripping out ceramic tile does exist, and they would appreciate it. A product is never good, really perfect for everybody, but there's a very big need for this product, and we're very excited about it.
How'd you come up with this idea?
Well, being in retail myself and experiencing several customers in our store for several years, choosing something other than ceramic tile, vinyl tile or laminate flooring, because they did not want to be tied into the permanency of ceramic tile. And then we also had difficulty ripping out our showroom floors that were permanently installed, and we had to get a jackhammer. It just is crazy. So I just started doing experimenting, and after 8 years and 600 experiments and tests, we've developed it and come to the point where we have a terrific product that passes all the testing by the Tile Council, because the most important thing is that it performs first. So it has passed the highest testing possible, but then when you want to remove it, it can be removed. So performance first, then rip out next.
It seems like, and you had mentioned earlier, the cost is affordable, and I guess that's really the deciding factor.
Oh, yes. On a retail basis, the product maybe might cost 85, 90 cents a square foot. So if you have 300 square feet and you're going to spend $4,000 for an installer to supply and install tile, and it's only 90 cents or $1.25 even, who knows, you're not talking a lot of money for insurance that will give you the option of being able to easily change your floor, and then the backer board can be reused, or the floor has minimal prep needed to put in another ceramic tile and keep your home updated.
Now, how about the expertise to do this? Can any installer do this?
Anybody can do this. It's a special spray formulated to coordinate with the membrane, which is very thin. The spray comes out of the can like snow. You start at the farthest end of the room, work your way out of the room. It dries and activates within a half an hour. And when you're at the door, you take the membranes. They're pieces that are 20 inches by 20 inches. You lay it into the adhesive. You press it, roll it, and you work your way throughout the whole room. You don't even have to put the pieces close together. You leave an 1/8 inch space so you can fly through the installation, and you start setting your ceramic tile with your thin set right away. It takes any modified thin set. You don't need any special thin set. You cannot use a non-modified thin set. It has to be modified thin set, or a medium bed mortar, or a fast set mortar. You set your tile. What will happen, customers will absolutely chip a tile and replace a tile. They may not change the floor, but that's okay. But rather than take a half an hour to replace one tile, it takes 2 minutes. It takes more time to dig out the grout than it does to rip out our tile.
What kind of reaction have you gotten here from it?
Wow is the constant remark or response from anybody who sees our video at NueTile.com. They are just amazed, and they love the product, absolutely astounded. It's kind of hard to grasp because it goes against everything they've been taught or thought about with ceramic, but styles change, and if you want to increase the value of your home, this is a terrific way of doing it, because you can change without the expense that you normally would experience.
Well, finding a way that you can minimize the replacement cycle has got to be an advantage for everybody selling ceramic tile.
Oh my goodness. For hotels and need to update and keep fresh every 7-8 years. So the expense that they would save is outstanding. And time. Installers, when you do a rip out right now, an installer might take 2 days of a 5-day week to rip out and then install the new tile or another tile, whatever. So, but now, if they only take a morning to rip out a tile, they can do more jobs in a week. They might be able to do a 1.5 jobs. They're going to make more money because they're making more jobs. So everybody benefits. The manufacturer sells more tile. The homeowner refreshes their home. The retailer and distributor sells more tile. We see repeat customers much more often because they don't have the feeling that they're tied in for a life of 30 years with a huge expense.
It seems like they'd have to wade into this, but once they see what it does, they probably are real advocates.
Yes, it's like Purell antibacterial hand soap. That product, that particular category started out years ago slow. This might not just fly off the shelf, but as it grows and grows, it will catch on, and people will recognize the distinct advantage.
If somebody wants to learn more about this, you have a website?
Oh, yes, NueTile.com, NueTile.
Joe, thanks for talking with us, and congratulations. It's always good to see new and interesting products.
This is one of them. Thank you so much.
Okay, let me try this again. Joe D'Agostino.
D'Agostino, yes.
D'Agostino. The product is Nue Tile, and this is Talk Floor TV. Yes, but one.